I'll be honest with you right off the bat. These games are shit. Now, before you click off the video, I'm putting an emphasis on game. As in, you know, gameplay. Because holy fucking shit, the gameplay of these games is bad. It is not an enjoyable experience whatsoever. Both games have this gameplay that is just physically and mentally draining to play for long periods of time. Hell, even short periods of time. Holy fucking shit. You go and try to compare this shit to any Neo Persona or any new SMT game, and holy mother of gods, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I hate the gameplay of these games so much that I stopped playing Persona after finishing Innocent Sin because of how much the game just wasn't fun to play whatsoever. It drained me of any wish to continue playing these games, and by extension, SMT games. Holy fucking shit. I mean, to be fair, it is an improvement over Persona 1, which is a story for a different video, but that's not much of a compliment considering how fucking horrible that game's gameplay was. Both of these games have such annoying mechanics and gameplay that demotivates me to explore because of how often I'll fight things, which I really hate because I love exploring in video games, and they are oftentimes mildly punishing for no real apparent reason. The fights themselves aren't that much of a problem, but they're just so slow and janky. You can turn off battle animations, yes, but it's still pretty damn slow to deal with enemies unless you are over-leveled, which you most likely will never be. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if the fights happen every once in a while, but they happen every single second. The encounter rate in this game is fucking absurd. It's laughable at. You will finish a battle that lasts for about 2 minutes, and then you'll walk 3 steps and enter another battle that will last for about 5 minutes because you ran out of SP in the last one. The encounter rate in this game is the most abominable, disgusting thing, and holy fucking shit, I hate it so much. This game's slow combat is forced down upon you every single moment you walk anywhere or try to progress the game. The player never gets any rest. But Flower Man, just use a stoma or shut the fuck up. If I have to utilize and spam a skill for the entire game just so I can have somewhat of an acceptable fun experience, which even then it falls short on fun because of the difficulty, then that is just poor fucking design. Sorry to break it to you, buddy. I'm sorry, man. But if you do manage to leave combat and not be attacked after 5 steps, what awaits you are these soulless, maze-like levels that just lead to nowhere. Half the time I was just wandering around the map, accomplishing nothing because of how samey everything looked. Use the map then, as if that deletes the fact of how boring these levels are. To be fair, there are dungeons that have cool mechanics and dungeons that are just pretty easy to navigate, but that's damn rare. It's a minority, a fucking huge one. Most of these dungeons are just mazes where you'll be wandering around trying to find a way to the next floor, and just places where you'll be forced to grind all the time because you'll never find an end to them. Have I already been here? Is there like something here? Was I here before? Maybe there's something up here, I don't know. No! Not again! Not again! Fuck you! I don't wanna fucking do this! Not to mention how you do not have social links in these games to interrupt the dungeon crawling like in the Neo trilogy. So not only are you forced to dungeon crawl, you're forced to do it with the worst encounter rate I've ever seen in a game, and some of the most borderline confusing maps ever. But if you do want to get stronger, fuck you. Because you're stuck with demon negotiation. Basically, to get new personas in this game, you have to negotiate and talk with demons in fights. You have to make them eager so you can get these sweet tarot cards. With these tarot cards, after collecting enough, you can go to the Velvet Room and summon new personas for you to use. The problem is, I really don't like the negotiation system, at least in Innocent Sin. It's so needlessly complicated. There's so many contact options in this game and so many different types of demons, so good luck trying to figure out what makes each demon eager without using a guide. Holy shit, this gets annoying quick. And believe me, you'll be doing it for a while if you're like me and you do not use guides while playing video games. Eternal Punishment does negotiations relatively well, but holy shit, Innocent Sin is at some points even worse than Persona 1 when it comes to negotiating with demons. So yeah, good luck trying to get stronger in the fucking game, you holy fucking shit. But it's not like you'll need to summon new, more powerful personas frequently in this insane either, because this game is a fucking cakewalk. All you need is one single button to activate auto battle, and you can pretty much play this game with one hand in the controller, because you'll rarely ever find yourself needing to put effort into playing this game. Now, I don't mind when games are easy. Hell, Persona 4 and 5 are easy games, but the difference is, they are fun. This is not fun. You don't have to use your brain to play this game. Put it on autopilot or something. I don't know. On the other hand, you got Eternal Punishment, which saw how easy Innocent Sin was and took the difficulty and skyrocketed it to fucking space. And not in a good way. So many times I was forced to grind in this game because of how cheap it was. There are bosses in this game that are just so cheap I had to grind just to be able to beat them and progress the game. I had to put my head on autopilot very often just to be able to beat the game, and it just wasn't fun. There are interesting bosses in this game, but they are the minority. But did I forget to mention that these games have completely been forgotten and abandoned by Atlus? Because I sure did. As I'm editing this video, I realized that I skipped a whole paragraph on my script. And yeah, here I am. But I'm gonna just say this real quick. Atlus, they just do not know they have Persona 1 and 2. I think they genuinely deleted those games from memory. Maybe they were self-aware about these games. Maybe they just knew they were fucking garbage. Who knows? I don't know. But we constantly ask for a remake of these games, and we never get one. Every single time they post a poll of like us, you know, we get to vote for the game we want a remake of, and every single time Persona 1 and 2 just get the most amount of votes. And we never get any information. Like almost every single time. There's just always Persona 1 and 2, and we never get any information after that. It's like at this point Atlus just makes those to fuck us over. It's fucking incredible. Seriously. These games, they just don't exist. And honestly, us Persona 1 and 2 fans, we don't exist. Really. We just don't. We are just in a limbo of having this game we really like. Or at least partially. But never really getting any attention. And these games just kind of being forgotten by their own developers. So, yeah. Being a Persona 1 and 2 fan is fucking hell. And these games need a remake more than anything else in the series. Honestly, that's what I think, in my personal opinion. Hell, maybe SMT1, maybe SMT2, maybe some of the early SMT games. But really, Persona 1 and 2 have so much potential to be something amazing and are ruined by something that really shouldn't ruin them as much. So, yeah. Please, Atlus, for the love of God, give us the remake already. We are waiting for we're just continuously waiting for this. You can get so much money from this. So, after going on a rant for so long about this game, I must hate it, right? Well, no. The reward you get for dealing with this game's dated, janky gameplay is the best reward you could ever receive, and one of the best stories you can get to experience. In fact, Persona 2 is one of my favorite pieces of fiction, period. I genuinely believe everyone should experience the original Persona trilogy at least once in their life. Sure, the games are so dated and annoying, and they just make you want to hang yourself very fast, but I truly do think you should play these games at least once and just never boot them up again. Hell, if you really can't deal with the gameplay, use cheats. Don't feel guilty for using cheats in a video game that is frequently cheap and janky. I went back and checked how fast I could beat the games with cheats, and it took me about 12 hours. So, you know, they took a 12-hour game and turned it into a 50-hour game using the worst mechanics and gameplay known to man. But Jesus. When using cheats, these games' combat systems are fun? Who would have thought that a game could be fun when the slow-ass combat isn't forced upon the player every 9 steps they take? Using cheats or playing vanilla, just play these games. I promise you, you will get a truly amazing experience and just an amazing story. The story of these games is the best you can see in the Persona series. Hell, I might as well go so far as to say it's one of the best stories in SMT. I love it to death. The cast is so amazing in both games, although it's a little better in Innocent Sin. Each character is utilized in great ways, and you can learn a lot of stuff about them through subtle dialogue and the way these characters interact between each other. They feel like real people and not just pixels on a screen, just like a good character should be like. You see these people struggle and witness these horrific things, and you witness these young souls carrying the entire world on their backs. So when you do get the heartwarming, funny moments, those moments feel so much more powerful. But the real charm is seeing these characters put into different perspectives. In Innocent Sin, you've got high schoolers that naturally get along better and learn to cooperate faster because, again, they are younger and they are high schoolers. But then in Eternal Punishment, you see an adult cast struggling to get along even when sharing the same goal. There is a certain distance between them, as if they are wary of each other. As an adult, you're a lot more reserved and suspicious of people, and this shows in the cast. But you also see characters put into different perspectives. You got Tatsuya in Innocent Sin, a cool, confident-looking guy, although a little aloof. But in Eternal Punishment, through the eyes of Maya, you see Tatsuya as this child trying to be an adult, a lost individual, and a man that lacks certain confidence and resolve to face things. I love the use of perspective in Persona 2 and how stuff differs between these two games, and that's only possible in Persona 2 because it's a duology. But I love that it's a duology. Because it is one, it allows Atlus to explore so many different ideas and themes in a concise, compact manner, and because of its linear progression, Persona 2 never runs out of these ideas. It keeps bumping new themes while simultaneously wrapping up the older themes in a great and interesting fashion, doing that either along the way or right then and there. It's an unpredictable game from start to finish. You start these games and you might think their main theme is dreams and ideals, but then Persona 2 keeps jumping from one theme into another, going full circle with them and somehow wraps them all up in a great way. At one moment it will talk about dreams, then it will jump to what is adulthood, then it jumps to sins, then it jumps to fathers. Instead of focusing on one centralized theme, it branches out into so many different ways to explore many different themes without having none of them left unexplored or unfinished. It's impressive. Not to mention, the story never gets boring. As soon as you think you can predict what happens next, the game does a 180 U-turn on your ass and says, nope, fuck you, think again. It keeps surprising you with these surreal sounding ideas and over-the-top stuff you might find a Hollywood sci-fi movie when, while that might sound bad, it never gets brainless and it utilizes it all in a very concise, consistent manner. It never gets old. And, you know, you might try to predict the villain of this game, but as soon as you think you caught the real guy, you are fucking wrong. And it's just that these games never stop and never fail to surprise you. And then you get to the endings of these games that are truly some of my favorite ever, and they make me feel such a certain feeling that I can't put my finger on. It's amazing how symbolic this game is, and how much attention has been put to detail with every single aspect of this game. I can't fully go fanboy mode here because this is a spoiler-free video, and I'm sure I'll do that in another video, but what I want to say is, play these games at least once. The reward you get for doing some of the worst gameplay ever is truly immaculate and worth every minute of suffering. It's a game about dreams, adulthood, atoning for our sins, what our fathers mean to us, a game about humanity, about the human spirit, but most importantly, a game about self-growth, just like the rest of the series. And that's why I love this series so much. It changed my life. It truly is a life-changing series that never falls flat in its story. Play the original trilogy despite its horrible gameplay. That's where everything started, and it started off strong. And I've yet to see Atlus falter with the series, which I hopefully will never get the opportunity to see. But to me, Persona 2 is proof that video games can be, and are, an art form. And it does what every good piece of art does. It leaves a message. Hey guys, this is a short filler video while I'm working on the 3D Mario video because that project is a bit bigger than I thought it would be. Still, I wanted to upload something to YouTube for my 1-year anniversary, so this is that video. I'll probably be late by the time I upload this, but hey, I made an attempt, okay? I tried, so, you know. Anyways, I mean, it's technically my anniversary is on the 7th, but, you know, I didn't upload my video, you know, till I think the 9th or 10th, so I can still upload then. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know at the time of like recording this. I don't know if the video will be out by the time of my anniversary, so yeah. Anyways, happy 1 year anniversary, guys. I love the support this channel is getting, even if it's as small as it is. And I got all of you wonderful people to thank you for that. This is truly something that means a lot to me, and I'm gonna try and, you know, make more videos for you guys. Even, you know, despite me just being very unorganized when it comes to making videos. Jesus. It's mostly because of my lack of, you know, I don't know how to describe it. I think I just kind of need to change my mindset and not look at it as a hobby, as it's something that I do want to take seriously, but then again, I got a lot of stuff going on in life, and, well, I got a lot of work, so really, I kind of force myself to look at it as a hobby, so I don't really overwork myself, you know? I'm gonna try sticking to that two videos per month formula, you know? I'm gonna try sticking to that thing I promised a while back. I'm gonna try. I cannot promise, but I'll try. If not 2, then at least 1. I'll try at least 1, you know? And hopefully I won't reach any type of burnout, and, you know, hopefully I'll actually, you know, not make some video that I just don't enjoy making. Hopefully I don't get that point. Anyways, this is a new type of video format that I'm trying out to see how well it turns out, and, you know, if it does well, I'll make more videos like these. I have a ton of ideas. And I kinda had fun while making this, really. Despite the game that I was talking about. Still, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, it really helps me out. And if you want to see a bit, you know, if you want to see me, and see more of me talking about the things I love, then you should subscribe. Thank you folks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.